comes to fruition, let it take you away. Hey, I don't really need to take what the world hands me in a plate. Feel me? I grind for mine. When it's time to shine, I'm Mr. Solar Eclipse. Whoa, whoa, go on your road, eyes closed, don't wait, let it take you away. Today is the day, don't hesitate. Just gotta make that move to wherever you gotta go to gain that strength at length. I give that to you, and whoever gon' need it, just believe it and you shall receive it. You heard? You gotta take it out that moment, let it take you away. You gotta make it last that moment, let it take you away. You gotta take it out that moment, let it take you away. You gotta make it last that moment, let it take you away.
The moment is yours, go ahead and open the door. The time is now, we gon' paint the town red and gold. Feels so incredible, head to toe. Thought that I should let you know, yeah, I'm screaming from the rooftops. Old shoes, but I got a pair of new socks. Moonwalk across, yeah, I'm too hot. Made it all the way to the top from out of the boondocks. Yeah, and I'm flying up and away now. I'm rising, let it take me away. Feel like shouting, made it to the top of the mountain we've been climbing. And I love the taste and the feeling when the sunshine hits your face. The moment that you finish the race and everything falls into place. Yeah.
You gotta take it out that moment, let it take you away. You gotta make it last that moment, let it take you away. You gotta take it out that moment, let it take you away. You gotta make it last that moment, let it take you away.
if there was a DreamHack PC? What if we told you there is? This is the DreamHack PC, built with the best components on the market, optimized for a flawless esports experience. Just add games.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. The sky may look blue in there, but I can assure you the clock continues to tick, and we are beginning to go later into the night. But the Dota continues to pump on. I'm back here at my Dream League station with my crew here, and we are seriously burning the midnight oil, guys. It's like 12:30, but we got more Dota to come. We got Slacks, we got OD, we got Fog here back at the panel. We are excited to bring you more Dota action here. All right, guys, so game number 2. This one belongs to Secret now.
Yeah, they did it. They did it. They did it with style as well. I mean, you know, the PL, something that we saw earlier, but this game worked out absolutely amazingly. Mid 1 OD.
Yeah, mid 1
stole the game.
Mid 1 definitely owned. Mid 1 and Yapsor and Kezu, those 3 were the big highlights for me from Secret, and they punished Vega's Midases really heavily. Vega went for the double Midas, the Midas on the Void, Midas on the Invoker, and it was up to pretty much the Nyx Assassin to make a ton of space for the rest of his team, and he pretty much spent all of his time vendetted in that game and kept trying to go for kills, kept dying, and he was the only one trying to make plays because everyone else was kind of farming, and it was just Secret kind of leading the way for the majority of that one.
A lot of control on that one. They didn't panic. They saw the Nyx, which I thought was a pretty good one, but you know, they took their time, used the Earthshaker to pin him out, easy dealing with him, keeping him away from mid 1, so pretty good.
They kept the aggression on. They were like literally on like the top side of the map, Secret, always just invading constantly, and it was like OD would be going, and Earthshaker and Venge were sitting behind him. They tried to make a play. It would get counter-initiated on by Secret, and I feel like that was actually, I feel like that happened a lot of the times, actually, over and over again. OD only was used like once throughout the whole game, and he had 12, like whopping 12 kills or something, so.
So I wouldn't say so much this is a...
Impressive.
Would you say it's a victim of the draft then for Vega? Because it sounds more like it was just kind of Secret being a bit more in tune with what was happening in the game.
I think it was a little bit more of just the play in this one. I think the draft could have definitely worked out. They had a lot of potential with their heroes to get like those time wombo combos and just good team fights, but they just never really found the options. They kept just getting split up by Secret, and this was very tough for them.
So we finally got to see it, guys, a Night Stalker out in full force. How much of a factor actually was it in that game, would you say?
It's pretty big.
Pretty big, yeah.
Pretty big?
Having that silence and just that single target lockdown, we saw time and time again G just unable to do anything in the fights on this Invoker, because there was a Night Stalker right on top of them. And with that, combined with the fact that these fishes being thrown at him across the map, he just couldn't do nothing. Yeah, it's a tanky like Night Stalker, just like leading the charge over and over again, and just that invasion. You know, every single time it's nighttime, invading to enemy jungle, and they always were starting the fights this time. It's like the role reversal. Last game it was Vega always being on the aggressor, now this time it was Secret.
Sounds like we actually have our MVP results, gentlemen.
Oh yeah.
I got to see what the hell you guys in chat decided was MVP of this matchup. It is.
I think we can agree on that.
From the mid player, again, it's a mid 1 on his OD, 32%.
Oh, Silent getting the 0% feels bad, man.
Sorry, Silent.
Sorry, Silent.
Speak up next time.
At least Seoma and Kezu got their 1%.
They got the 1%.
Good for him.
I'd like to see that.
Kezu only got 1?
Only 1?
I got 1.
I think he deserved more. A couple more.
Like
Give
3?
Kezu love, guys.
I mean, he's playing Night Stalker and it's OP hero.
That's true. Maybe, it's
easy.
No, come on.
Can't give him too much
The
credit.
1% was the only other Night Stalker spammer in chat. He's just like, oh, yes, that's honorable. Yes, do that.
It's the first time it wasn't banned.
Yeah.
So back to the ban.
Don't hate. Maybe.
Don't hate.
Possible. I think the Void opener is still fine for Vega. They looked very confident in the first game. Second game, not so much.
Can't remember who had first pick in that previous game. I want to say...
It was still the Void. It was the first pick.
Yeah, it was still Vega. So
wait.
maybe Vega could leave it out there and hope to get it themselves.
That was a long time ago. That was yesterday.
It was yesterday,
It was yesterday.
actually.
Technically.
Hello. Yeah,
Got it.
speaking of which, we were asking, like, is Secret going to phone this one in? Are they actually going to fight and play in this tournament? Man, those guys could have had a comfy bed right now. They could have just given up, but no. They've been here for 16 hours, 17 hours. They're like, one more game. I'm not going out like that. So they trying, baby.
They are trying.
Real.
But how much of that trying is something like I think heard Cap saying at the start of the cast here? It's like, you don't want to be the first team eliminated. You're a TI contender here.
Even if you try to like put it in the back of your head, you're like, yeah, you know, don't worry about it. It's, you know, we're thinking about the big picture. It's still, you know, like that still gets to people no matter what.
There's
Even if
pride
it's like, oh,
there.
we're not going to talk about it. You're in the back there. You're like, if he had played better, you know, he could have won.
Damn.
Bad bloods. It can
man.
leave a bad taste in your mouth losing like that right before a really big tournament.
I didn't realize that playing Dota was such a backroom deal, you know?
Of
A lot of
course, man.
whispers. A lot of,
Whispers, murmurs.
You definitely know that.
that's a lot of darkness. Not just emotionally, but also on the set here.
I can't even see if the players are on the stage. It's
Night
so
Stalker.
dark.
Night Stalker ult, dude.
By the way, it's obvious we are the last standing game here.
Are we actually?
Oh,
Yeah.
For sure. Who else is still
Is that
playing?
Halo still going on, isn't it?
Hello! Yeah, there's no one out there.
Oh, come on.
It's past their bedtime.
Hey, take it easy. Take it easy over there, okay? They cut the power, except for on the PCs. That's what we're staying here for, baby. We're sticking it. And the people in the crowd, they're still there. The energy is still there, right, guys? Woo! Yeah!
We still got a
Four of them.
couple.
I told you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We dotes players, you know? One more game, then we'll go to bed. And then we stay up all night.
Go to bed, quote unquote. Go
Yep.
back and watch more Twitch streams and watch more Dota.
And the fiend goes on and on.
The Fiend continues forever.
What's your worst streak of, like, I'll keep playing till I win one? How many hours have you stayed up?
Recently?
Just that you remember.
Ever? Probably over 12.
Yeah.
Like after playing for like a long consecutive day, like maybe like 18 hours of playing and then losing and being, you know, I'm gonna play till I win, and then you're stuck for like 11 or 12 more hours until you win.
Yeah.
I definitely had that in college. I was a degenerate.
I will just say I have never seen anyone grind it like Jack before.
Oh no, me neither.
That
Jack
man,
is a monster when it comes to his pub play. It's
he
quite
has a
ridiculous.
significant problem.
He really does.
I
Jack, if
witnessed
you're
it.
out there, go see someone.
I witnessed it firsthand in my apartment in Sweden, dude. He was just losing nonstop, and he's just like, double down. I'll get it back in the next.
The guy really needs to get his life together, that's for sure. But hey, congratulations on TI5.
Hey, there you go. The darkness.
Here we go. We
TI5?
got I said
TI5. Woo! Back in time, Jack.
What year are we in? What day is it?
All right.
Night Stalker band.
There we go.
And
Good
same
find.
band from Secret,
The
and they
Void,
take the
Secret.
Void.
Yeah, taking it themselves. I like it.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
This is the first time they had first pick. It was the last 2 games. It was Vega with the first pick.
AA had been the common pair for it thus far. We'll see if Secret opt to follow that suit, or if Vega might snipe it away, or it'll be ignored altogether.
Do they do the Sanking AA that they did previously? Seemed to be a pretty good opener for them.
Sand King, Earthshaker, Shadow Shaman, all very popular options.
Just stuns, anything that you can always, like, you know, through the time walk, you don't want them to be able to use that. So yeah, Shadow Shaman is one good option.
Easy pick there against the Void. Nice way to hold that guy down. I like the Viper band again. They did not forget the horrors of game 1. And there you go, as you
They get the
said.
Sanking, yeah. This
Shaman Sand King.
leaves a little bit of ambiguity in their draft. We don't know if it's offlane or support Sanking still.
He looks like he's real happy about that. Good times.
Back to Secret side. Could go for the AA here if they want to pair that with the Faceless Void, let's say, but a lot of other prominent options out there. Remember the old Witch Doctor Faceless Void pairing?
Ah, great days.
That used
Whatever
be a lot
happened
of
to
fun.
Witch Doctor?
That's gone. Skywrath Mage.
Ah,
The popular supports that used to tie with that together.
Shadow Shaman, he killed Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor used to have such a great right click. You just buy a bunch of fairy fires and sticks, and then you're the hardest right clicker. But now Shaman, he beats him in right clicks too. He beats him in everything.
And
Very
tanky.
depressing. And tanky.
Very tanky. So Rubik for Mr. Yapsor. Already some nice spells to steal.
Hell yeah. Yapsor Rubik, everybody. Buckle in here. It's gonna be good.
The guy's a monster on the hero, that's for sure. So anything to suit his appetite as far as spells is only going to make it a lot better. This could also deter some potential pickups for Vega. But they're going to ban out that AA now since it was not picked up from Secret.
Yeah, it's still super strong with like Rubik can still pair perfectly well with what Secret has.
What do you pick against Rubik, by the way? Some, like, Wraith King? A guy that only has 1 skill?
That's good.
No.
That's a pretty
That's
decent
not a
skill.
bad skill.
Pretty decent.
It's a good skill, too.
It's good stuff.
Oh, God. Is there no counter?
You don't want to have like too many of those big team fight things, but you know it's picking the first 2. You're bound to be able to think. I don't think you really want to be thinking so much about the Rubik.
Gotta counter that Rubik before he destroys the whole team.
Like he already has like one of the best non-ultimate spells in the game. The Sand King Stun is incredibly good. So he already has pretty good spells that he has the options to steal right now.
So you're saying pick a bunch of heroes that have better spells to confuse the Rubik. He doesn't even know what to grab.
I think stick to your own game plan.
Okay. I think there's still some people around.
Dying, apparently.
That's the Halo fans.
Yeah, they're hype. All right. I wish our fans were like this.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, you know.
I mean, not fans. Not fans. Players. Excuse me, fans. You guys are hype enough. I want YapzOr to just stand up and throw his monitor once
You say
in a while. Just
anything
get
bad
pissed.
about those fans out there again.
I love the fans, okay?
Right.
Thanks for coming.
The Ursa ban. Very good hero versus Void in the lane, because keep the Ursa swipes, and with a Shadow Shaman, you can easily get the burst potential to bring down a Void. Death Prophet ban from Secret as well.
Oh my
whoa.
goodness.
What?
Mr. Monkey King, where have you been,
Oh.
sir?
Monkey King.
As a 4 position, possibly? Or do you think that this is one of those kind of new era, I've seen off-lane Monkey King start to come into action?
I think
too.
surely it's got to be a 4 position.
I would imagine so. But
I mean, Afterlife Sand King is pretty damn good.
More than likely in the 4, yeah. It works really well when you have this type of pairing. Like the back, you know, of course, this is when Monkey King was OP, but with the CM, when you have a hero that has like 2 forms of kind of lockdown, so you're actually able to get your Jingu off, it's really important. So Shadow Shaman, Shackles is usually enough, but additionally you have the Hex too.
what about the troubles that were plaguing him before? Are those not as much problems anymore? The other benefit to having that Crystal Maiden on the team was just being able to supply him the mana so he could be able to get work done.
I mean, the thing is now is he's not that lethal ulti where you drop the ult and you solo kill like the whole team pretty much, and you can go for solo kills. You're just like, you're more dependent on your other abilities, and your ult's more like this, hey, don't fight in this because I'm very tanky, you can't really kill me too easily with physical.
Yeah.
But his other abilities are still pretty damn good. Like the tree jump got buffed, of course the Boundless Strike got nerfed. But he's gotten a couple little changes with his like base attack time and all that in the recent couple patches to try to bring him back.
Does his ult still work in Faceless Void's ult? My God, the hardest counter.
It doesn't do much damage though.
And it doesn't bash either now, does it?
No bash. You can't get basher. You can still get like Echo Saber, like Diffusal, Deso, all the rest of them. But
Whoa. That's not going to do anything in the chrono. But hey, Bounty Hunter, huh?
That's a pretty nice response, I feel, to Monkey King. You know,
Sure.
but especially once you've got that level 6 online, makes it very hard for the Monkey King to, you know, jump around the tree lines without being spotted out.
Yep, scouting him out in the laning phase too.
Yeah.
If you see like as soon as where he's hopping at the start, you're just like, all right, just keep a track on, keep eyes on him. Not on the track, of course, but just keep eyes on him wherever he's rotating.
Sure thing. Ursa, huh? We haven't seen any Ursas.
No.
So what's the deal with this? Vega's got a fierce Ursa, don't they? I believe one of their players is real good at it.
I think I already said why.
I'm sure.
Didn't I? I already talked about the Ursa.
We've already been on the
We did?
Yeah, we've done the Ursa.
Oh, God.
saying the Fury swipes with like Rasta is versus Void Zone.
That's right.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, you
could be
got you.
good.
Don't.
Hey, oh, boy.
Good test. Good test.
Been a long day. You passed the test.
You know what could be nice? What about picking up the troll for a lower dance? Getting that battle trance, very nice for the Monkey King, allows him to quickly build up the Jingu. Could be nice.
Troll?
I mean, it's
Hell yeah,
we've
VEGA
seen a
SQAADRON
game
loves
earlier,
the
you know,
troll.
A lower
Sure.
dance is super good on the troll.
Be nice.
I like
Definitely. Works really well with Monkey King, and also can give them more options for that last pick if they want to go for it here.
Huh. Now, what about this Ursa, though? Why did they ban him out?
Oh, God.
Guys?
Team?
Hello?
Earlier today, we saw a lot of AM plus Shadow Shaman together. Does AM fit anywhere into this Vega lineup at all? If they're trying to go for something like Shadow Shaman / Monkey King, let's say, diversion, space creation on one side of the map, so AM can nurse his way into the late game. In the meantime, we get the Legion Commander.
And it's probably going to be the G mid Legion as well.
That's true.
Once again, I like it.
Able to purge off the Rubik Lift and the tracks from people.
Very useful.
And that hard lockdown versus Face Void.
Yeah.
Be quite nice.
Sure.
I'd also make, if they don't go for the troll, maybe even the Sven. You know, having the Sven and the Monkey King super nice. I mean, you already get a bit of armor from the ultimate for the Monkey King, but having the War Cry as well makes him very hard to bring down. And it's a hero that, you know, Faces Void can't necessarily chrono and bring out. You know, have the damage to fight through a farm Sven. It's not there at the moment. You know, look at Secret's lineup. They're lacking a lot of damage. They've got to compensate for that with these large.
Sven and Troll both seem very good, yeah.
I know those 3 boys.
The only 3 out there.
Hell yeah. Vape it up, boys. Thanks.
The Troll makes a lot of sense, though, because now they have the Legion. So maybe they wanted to show the Legion first so that the Legion doesn't get banned, and then they can get the Troll, maybe.
That's a Secret may very well ban the troll.
Yeah.
And
Secret?
Templar,
They take the
okay.
TA.
Looking for a little bit of snowball potential, a little bit of damage here.
Super nice with the bounty, have that chase down potential. Once the track starts getting out, you get the Hurricane Pike, Deso. It's very easy to get those 4 hits in.
Nice way to win your mid, too. Sending that bounty in, putting a lot of pressure, sniping couriers.
Hard to gank the TA with these heroes. Like Shadow Shaman can with Shackle if you're able to close the gap and get the disc like that, but still tough. And now Secret has a lot more vision around the map. The traps and both that with track can give them so much information and when they want to take fights with the Faceless Void Chrono.
And I guess even without the rotations mid, a hero that can stand pretty well toe-to-toe 1v1 with the Legion. You've got the refraction for that heavy nuke that the Legion's going to look to try and utilize in the laning stage.
Oh, running down on time here.
They still lack damage inside the Chrono.
That is true. They need some wombo, eh? They need a big team fight.
They don't have, yeah, that's what they're lacking. They're lacking that big like magic damage or follow-up with the Chrono
Are we assuming it's an MP or a Kezu Void?
I think it's still left still left open.
I think, would you rather see it as one or the other?
This game, they could probably run it as an offlane with like the Bounty Hunter, and they can do like, he can like come in and try to help the Kezu at the start. They can probably pick a more self-reliant thing for MP when they know his exact matchup.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of MP heroes left. I mean, Terrorblade is still there, but
not good.
Not good against the Legion, really.
Sanking their Legion, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if they go back for something like an MP Gyrocopter. That's a bit of damage you can throw in to the Chronos.
Maybe they do need a Kezu hero for that damage inside the Chrono, though. So I'm not really thinking of a good carry hero that synergizes well with this.
Yeah, all the safe MP heroes that are normally elusive, there's just so
Yeah.
much lockdown
So
on
they
the
go
other
for
side. So
the-
good call there. Yeah, they will indeed just give him the Void. Kezu's going to be playing that Darkseer instead.
And now they can actually, this is better to pressure. Now they have the Darkseer Bounty Hunter combo for that double Ion Shell pressuring in the offlane. So that'll be nice. And now they have like a double kind of, well, I mean like a steroid.
Oh, they do it. They do
They
it.
do
It's
the
like
exchange.
you said.
Here
Dang.
we go.
You said you wondered if they'd slip it in. They have.
So Void at least now has a double steroid thing, right? They
That
have the
was the-
track.
Oh, was that Dakota again?
Yeah,
Stop it! Taking it away.
Thanks,
It was
Owen.
Dakota. Dakota.
I did it again.
But what about the Ursa ban?
Yeah. Can we explain the Ursa ban, though?
That was Dakota who said that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dakota, get your shit together, for God's sake.
All right, last pick was AM for Vega. Guys, do you still feel confident about Secret's lineup, though, now that they kind of did that switch up at the end and gave Kezu the Darkseer?
I'm pretty confident in Secret, I feel. I really like the fact that they got that Darkseer through as the last pick. A lot of times, you know, when teams go against Secret, they do ban out the Kezu Darkseer because of how good they are at playing around with it. I mean, having that follow-through setup, the Void Chrono, it could be pretty nasty. A lot of weight on the anti-mage, but I'll go with Secret.
Prediction.
Secret.
Prediction.
Oh,
Prediction.
Vega. Jeez.
Vega. To the commentators.
Okay.
Cap and Ben.
Hi.
Damn, it is all business on that panel. Dakota just pushing the predictions out here. We've got Vega Squadron versus Secret, game number 3. Elimination for one of these two teams. Ben, what are you feeling? I'm going to force a prediction on you. Give it to me, Ben, right now.
I want to go with Vega.
Why?
I don't like the Void TA combination so much. I think it's just
It really does feel lackluster, right? They've got the vacuum in, the chronosphere, sick combination into what?
yeah. There's no great combo. that I
TA
see
can't
from-
really usually hit inside the chronosphere, so it's just going to be Void whacking away.
Yeah. I also think they don't have that great a burst to actually kill Monkey King. He has a ton of armor inside his ultimate, so you want like magical burst to kill him, but Wukong's command got changed to +8, +14, and +20 armor. So TA with Dezo is still going to be in the way positive armor after you meld strike a Monkey King. So I think this Monkey King's going to do a lot of work, dare I say.
And we're talking about this combination, but they have once again
it's a mid.
the Legion Commander, which is not going to be mid. It's going to be a core Monkey King. Boing, boing, boing.
Does he do well versus TA? I don't remember the last time I've seen a mid Monkey King.
I haven't seen a mid Monkey King, but I've been seeing a lot of safe lane Monkey Kings in NA. Have you been seeing that? Have you been in experiment?
Yeah, I've seen some of them. They just get crushed.
Dude, they're so annoying though.
They're annoying in lane, but then after that you can't farm with the hero.
Yeah, they just take
They're
a lot of
always
farm,
running
and then they
around.
eventually just they're big money bags that just get popped by a lot of magic damage. But again, something that Secret is missing. We'll see how our laning phase works out here. G going for the Jingo first. He's feeling confident. I mean, I guess you pop the refraction, you man up, you man fight each other. Like, G's going to be able to get the Jingo, and then he's just going to be able to lifesteal everything that you dealt to him. So they're going to need some additional help, it looks like. Yapzor already hovering around that mid lane with his Rubik. Our Sand King is actually wrapping around behind looking for a courier snipe, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it. Puppey, he's going to come in, give some additional assistance here. G does not have any way to escape, so he's just going to tank a lot of that damage.
At least he can bring the chicken now, so that's the one benefit of the bounty hunter harassing him. And Puppey's trying to make it through in the short window. Nope, he doesn't get it. No. But he might get on the way back. Ping, ping, ping. Put it in the trees. Wrap it all the way around. Nice. Nope, he's not fast enough. Puppey's only 320. I also don't know how I feel about the Monkey King anti-mage combination. Is that good?
What combination?
That's exactly what we talked about.
No. I think it's good because I think Monkey King is very much a mid-game focused hero, right? In that he causes a lot of havoc, and that'll create a lot of space for the anti-mage. He's got a lot of synergy with the Legion Commander. They're gonna be a feel a puppy.
Too easy.
Too easy indeed. The sentry down, they catch Puppey out. And this, by the way, is leaving a Legion Commander versus a Faceless Void. So Afterlife super happy with this matchup, and he'll be very happy later on to the game. We're talking about this combination, or lack thereof, for Secret, but they may not even get off the Chronosphere in these fights if Legion Commander gets the initiation first.
Yeah. You mentioned that they do complement each other. I guess they do. Not in like the traditional stuff, AM plus Monkey King.
There's no skill synergy, but I think timing window, it's very good.
Monkey King ult will signify the radius of the anti-mage mana void. No.
What? What?
I'm just being
It's way too late here, Ben.
I'm just being ridiculous.
Somebody send Ben home. I'll take Fog. Anyway, what just happened? Shadow Shaman died? How we do that? Darkseer Bounty Hunter combination looks like with the Iron Shell.
Punched him.
Punch him down. So Puppey, who's apparently going to give up on that whole mid interaction. He doesn't like that anymore. Focus on his duo with the Darkseer.
I guess Monkey King's actually kind of resistant to the mid harass because he can trade his with almost any hero.
Yeah, TA can't man fight with refraction, which is normally what you try and do, right? You pop the refraction, you feeling good.
Well, the supports can't come in, more importantly, right? Like that's 2 targets for him right click.
Yeah, I mean, they just lack any burst from their support, so there's no threatening power. They just come in and right click you, and jeez, like whatever. I got my PMS, got my Jingu.
He's a happy camper.
He is going for the 202 build. This is mid. Obviously, not really feeling like he needs to ever jump at the trees since he's in mid.
They also have Press the Attack. I think Press the Attack plus Monkey King might be pretty good because normally you stun lock him down so he can't actually get enough Jingu stacks. But with Press the Attack, you get the debuffs off and you get more Jingu stacks.
Yeah, get that attack speed rolling. He's going to try and get mid one here. Does have the nuke if he needs to use it, but doesn't have to. Gets the Jingu for free. You see a lot of Monkey Kings, they get up to 3 and they're like, okay, if I can't get that 4 swipe, it's worth it to use the nuke just to get the Jingu stacks going, but didn't have to do it there.
Easy last hits.
For sure. And G constantly sitting at full HP. I feel like facing a Monkey King is like kind of similar to facing a Bloodseeker, but he has a stun. You know, and in the fact that he, like, any sort of trading just doesn't go well for you because he's always going to be able to get full HP off of some sort of mechanism. Legion Commander doing a little battle here with MP. MP's kind of baiting Afterlife, though, because he did have Yapzor coming around with his telekinesis. Swipe over Afterlife. Dropping low, but does get enough time in the trees to pop a healing salve. I'm sure he'll be fine. Even if he does lose that healing salve to Yapzor's harassment, he will at least survive through that gank attempt.
Sand King's coming down just in case.
Oh, he's going to run into Yapzor. Sioma not going to take it. Tries to run, does manage to catch him here with the nuke. Afterlife, not quite enough. A single hero standing alone means not a whole lot of damage in the overwhelming odds.
Well, at least they buy time for 5 minutes, so try not go at it again. And now Faceless Void is going to be under a lot of threat. Maybe not as much as AM, though. AM's struggling a little bit versus DS.
Is he? He's top of the CS board.
A little bit.
He could be 40 CS. Come on, dude. Animage gonna find a kill on to Kezu. Great snipe there from Silent with the long-range shackles.
See, he's struggling.
Yeah, he is just hurting, man. He's hurting real bad. 35-18 top CS, gets a kill as well. Animage is known to be one of the counters to Darkseer in laning phase, right? He gets a ring of health. He's got this mana burn to kind of threaten the Ion Shell constants. He's one of the few melee heroes that can deal with it.
Probably the best.
Probably the best.
Probably
indeed.
the best.
We have an Ion Shelled up Bounty Hunter sitting here in the mid lane, but I don't see how this is ever going to work for them.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Oh, he actually went for 303 on Monkey King, not even getting his ulti for that good armor. Just want to output as much damage and lifesteal as possible. I don't blame him.
Yeah, honestly, it's just like you're dominating your lane, just focus on the lane dominance build. Like, how often are you really going to use it? It's kind of like getting like Darkseer Ultimate at level 6. Like, how often are you really going to use it that early into the game? Not too often.
That's a nice stack. I don't know who found the time to stack that up.
Thank you, EAPSO. Or, Templar Assassin. That's always the thing about Templar Assassin laning phase. If your laning phase goes great, then boom, you're going to turn into like a Desolator wielding, blink daggering machine off of Ancient stacks. But if your laning phase goes bad, you're still going to have good timings on your items simply because Ancient farming is so efficient for this hero. And it's very efficient for a lot. While jungle itself was pretty heavily nerfed, Puppy. Well, it'll be okay. While jungling itself was pretty heavily nerfed.
Oh, they might
Ancient
use scan to
still
try and find him. Puppy does not walk into their trap.
Miss the scan, and we'll TP out.
Smart play.
Sioma wastes 90 gold, still fishing.
And a TP scroll.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Puppy.
Ridiculously inefficient.
What a player.
Puppy saw that coming, though. Takes good map awareness.
We've got our Tranquil Boots now for the Sand King. A lot more opportunity to make plays when you've got this huge movement speed lead over a lot of these cores when you go for the ganks. Get close enough for the Burrow Strike. Bottom lane is going to be harder and harder for MP to play this one out as he's now facing up against a potential duel. If any support comes in and ganks behind the Legion Commander, I'm sure it's going to be an MP feed. Sioma, kind of caught here in the jungle. Sandstorm, Burrow Strike, going to be caught by YapzOr though. Telekinesis down, and Sioma's Slayer should be dead. Silent quickly realizes that is a bail moment right there.
Didn't even get...
And a Chronosphere for Afterlife as well.
Didn't even get the bounty rune.
Overwhelming odds, gives a lot of movement speed, not enough. G actually comes in. They really think they can fight this one. Well, it does get the Jingu stack, so maybe they can because they just don't have the burst damage. Unless they can get a lot of bashes, they're doing a lot of work to G. He's just not life-stealing enough. So many bashes and just enough heroes does allow Secret to be able to win that fight. They're going to chase into the Shrine, trying to go for the extra kill onto the Shadow Shaman. Sioma's Slayer, don't tell me. The support version of a dieback, fortunately, is good. No counter vision. He'll be okay inside that Sandstorm.
So greedy trying to get that bounty rune.
Well, congrats.
What if he had ulti there?
What if? I mean, that actually really would have been one of the best times to have it.
That 8 armor, though.
He got bashed the hell out of, though. That was so unfortunate. I think I saw 3 bashes on that fight.
That's pretty unfortunate. They didn't really want to be in that place to begin with.
But honestly, good. I've had my fill of Monkey King. I still hate that hero. Safe lane Monkey King is like so obnoxious for offlaners. What do you do? It's like an Ursa combined with the Lifestealer.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But you can take solace in the fact that he's going to be useless mid-game usually.
Yeah, usually. You just have any sort of initiating magic damage. Duel, holding in the Faceless Void, long enough for the duel to actually succeed. 10 damage to the winner, Afterlife.
That was so close.
Shackle caught, Puppy, right in the middle of a sentry. He's not going to be able to get the immediate escape. Unfortunately, Aloha Dance was not able to burn Puppy enough for a big time at Mana Void. Puppy escapes with just a bit of HP, giving Secret the space to get some damage on that mid-tier 1 tower. Seems like they've given up on the safe lane tower.
Apparently he struggled enough that he had to pick up 3 points in a spell shield. So not having max mana break there, I think, actually
Invisibility.
cost him a kill there. But, you know, gotta survive versus Darkseer.
Keep your HP up. Next Chronosphere is coming up. What's the plan of attack for Secret? Who are they using for this Chronosphere? Who are they moving to?
Have Ion Shell and Faceless Void, or turn a gank around so you can get people to TP in. But I don't think they're going to be so lucky to have TA in the fight.
Sioma stopped, but they do manage to get the strike out onto YapzOr. Slowed down, actually stopping G from being able to jump into the trees. That's a great play. Turns around, gets the stun out as well. YapzOr showing off a little bit on his Rubik, but not going to be able to make the escape unless the Surge. Great placement from KheZu. Saves his buddy YapzOr. 5-4 is the score still.
That should help.
Space created. But who's really taking advantage of the space? You still got the Legion Commander 1v1 against MP. The Animage is certainly free farming still the safe lane.
Farm for TA, who's just farming those Ancients over and over and over again. Non-stop.
Yeah.
Oh, Smoke, they're trying to gank him, but the Ancients are already dead, and they don't have vision up that hill, so it looks like it will be a move towards MP.
Yeah, another...
Who kind of senses it coming.
Another potential duel opportunity. The Shadow Shaman's trying to put himself mid and shove out the wave while his cores rotate over MP. It's a time walk over Chronosphere before the lockdown of the duel can actually be there, and they're going to be able to have the Ion Shell combination, but where are the rest of their heroes? They need more. They've got the duel. Nice vacuum into the wall. What a beautiful setup. Can they actually finish off any of these heroes, though? Afterlife goes deep into the trees. They have the duel stolen up by YapzOr. He can help get a little bit locked down, but MP's just going to take up all those kills. Try and gank the Faceless Void.
That stolen boundless strike. Like Rubik, yeah, he made plays that last time, but he also still had that stun and prevented the Faceless Void from dying in that fight. Also, Monkey King still didn't have ulti that fight.
It's getting a little silly, Ben.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're ganking for the duel, you might as well have that ultimate out.
He hasn't picked up that many levels in the meantime.
Yeah.
However,
still sitting at level 9, so the 414 plus. Hopefully level 10
painful,
will have
though.
it.
So perfectly timed Chronosphere right about when the duel is about to come out, and KheZu comes in. Ion Shell for the extra little bit of damage, but look at this boundless strike from YapzOr.
I mean, the Monkey King, I actually didn't notice that until the replay, but G was actually halfway through the animation of Boundless Strike for the Faceless Void. If he'd actually gotten that off, he gets that stun up, they would have been able to get the duel, lock down this Faceless Void, and the turnaround just wouldn't have been there. Puppey actually getting a kill on Silent. He's dominating. He's got level 7 now, maxed out Shuriken with the track.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they haven't been able to find him at all. But they still have the anti-mage. Keep in mind that there is an AM farming in the meantime. I think it is going to be rivaled, though, by the TA, who is currently sitting number 1.
Our anti-mage is in trouble with a Desolator that makes short work of an anti-mage. Great setup there from mid 1. Lurking there with the meld, getting those 2 shots off, bringing the anti-mage down to half HP. They are going to be able to go for an epicenter play here, but the Shuriken actually stops it just in time, so mid 1 can turn and fight, and maybe fight up against G, but G's too much. The Boundless Strike with Jingu Mastery heals him practically up to full, and they had already eaten through the refraction thanks to the Sandstorm. So a counter gank that does barely work out for Vega. So close to actually being able to killing G. Secret, though, still ahead by 3K, 10-6, 14 minutes in.
It looks like they're trying to build the Monkey King very tanky. Like, he was very close to dying there. He picked up evasion at level 10, I think very well warranted, versus the Void and the TA. So that with press the attack and a little bit of armor, should be able to survive until he can lifesteal up. At least that's the plan.
Ooh, the YapzOr jumping onto the Monkey King here. He doesn't have the immediate follow-up. G is going to throw down that ultimate now. The vacuum trying to stop that animation, not quite in time. G runs through his own ultimate. YapzOr actually stealing it here, covering the battlefield, but VEGA SQAADRON are not going to contest and run away. YapzOr looking at himself pretty. Ooh, MP actually caught G on the way out. Boundless Strike, though. Was that the 12% miss?
Yep.
He missed on that last shot. Great talent choice there. Well done, G.
What a time.
What
Worth the frog.
It's like, what the hell? I missed? How'd that happen?
TA's getting pretty big. She almost has her Blink Dagger, so now supports like Shadow Shaman are going to be in for a rough time.
has been
I
killed.
kind of feel like VEGA SQAADRON, they put so much effort in ganking NP. You know, there's the benefit of the gank into the duel. You know, you get that little bit of snowball rolling. But I was kind of feeling when you said the smoke gank onto Templar Assassin, I really think they needed to shut her down once.
Yeah, I think she's dead if caught out. Even at the shrine. But now that they have level 6 on Shaman, they can claim more objectives perhaps, but still sitting pretty low on the duel count, sitting pretty low on the objective count after Shadow Shaman wards, and they're still, in theory, supposed to try to make space for the anti-mage who doesn't have his second item yet, and he runs right into MP.
MP dips though. He didn't feel like sticking around. Bottom tier 2 is currently being taken by those Shadow Shaman wards, and Secret, no contest it seems. They want to maintain some aggression here. Steal of the blink for Yapzor. You gotta love playing Rubik against Animage for that reason. Free blink steal.
Pretty great. I also like the item pickup from the Darkseer. He went from mech into a Medallion. I think Medallion is incredibly good versus Vega's lineup, and it's really good for Roshan, which they're currently working on right now. Mid 1, just casually stressed in there, not really worried about anything from Vega. They don't have Blink Dagger yet on Slayer.
I feel like for this line, we were talking about burst damage. Usually we refer to magic burst damage to deal with this Monkey King because he gets that increased armor, but here, if you've got the Solar Crest, that can completely cancel out the additional armor that Monkey King gets inside his ultimate, combined with the Desolator and the burst physical damage of the Templar Assassin. They can quickly deal with this Monkey King every single time he tries to get off a big ult.
Yeah, he probably needs some tankiness of his own. Looks like he's going for a Halberd next. I think he just needs to be able to survive so he can Jingu. If he doesn't survive, they're going to lose the fight badly.
They're going to smoke. Wrap here. Sand King is already positioned to help them sandwich onto the mid lane if that's where they choose to go, but they're actually heading towards top where the Darkseer was pushing out the wave.
They may catch him at the shrine.
Oh, he's out. He played full safety there. Secret does have a lot of aggressive vision, most notably on that shrine area. And so many heroes off map and them controlling the mid lane area. Secret seem to know that something's going on, so they're going to maintain their high ground. While the Templar Assassin serves as the bait of sorts.
This fight's so hard to take without sinking Blink Dagger. I think if they like mess up 1 or 2 spells, T is just going to get a rampage here.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Still got that Aegis. They're going to make use of it. Poke at high ground. Seems really early to do so. But you never know.
If they get eyes on Sand King, I think they can. And right now he reveals, so they know he doesn't have Blink. So now they feel pretty safe to just slow siege or farm up a little bit more without really the threat of Sand King. He's not going to have any creeps available to him.
What's our Legion Commander sitting at for
she just got her Blink Dagger
items.
She's pretty poor.
Yeah. That's the only form of hard initiation for them, and for Aegis carrying Templar Assassin, she doesn't care too much.
Yeah, I think you just die if you duel with the T.
6K lead. They're still the bottom tier 1 and tier 2. Secret want to make that rotation. They could just wham bam. Take those last 2 remaining outer objectives and close this game out. All the meanwhile, Aloha Dance is still trying to grind as a carry, but Yapzor's managed to make his initiation with Blink in. Telekinesis, but no follow-up disables. He is able to get out. Maybe they can catch the Sand King. Nice force forward there from Yapzor, getting mid one close enough to be able to get 1 kill, possibly 2. The Hex stops the additional amount of damage. They sell the track onto Silent. Oh, a little bit more. Diving in deep all the way into the tier 4 towers. They're going to get punished for this. The track is revealing Silent, so no hiding in the trees there. And Afterlife can't really put a stop to this again. He's not going to duel. MP makes the jump onto the Monkey King. They're already top. Look at it. He just gets burst down just like that. VEGA SQAADRON may have just lost the racks just like that. I mean, Aloha Dance is going for the split push, but he literally just ran tier 4s, not giving a damn. And VEGA SQAADRON had nothing for rebuttal. Telekinesis, and now VEGA SQAADRON, they're just bleeding to death. Hero after hero.
These are track kills, mind you.
Hex doesn't stop that melee Rax from going down. Midwan even gets the friendly Force Staff from Yapzor out of the Serpent Ward trap.
And this Force Staff from Yapzor set it all in motion.
Yeah, that Force Staff forward to catch the Sand King initially.
And that's Sand King Blink Dagger is a distant dream, a distant memory. Not even sitting at 1,000 gold.
As is winning this game 3 apparently for VEGA SQAADRON. Down by 12k by 20 minutes. Melee Rack's already gone in the mid lane. And a BKB. They've got really nothing to deal with this.
The economic damage in the mid game was just too much. I think it was like, what, 2, maybe 3? At least 2 courier kills coming out for Bounty Hunter, and then TA power farming Ancients, and then Sand King not really connecting on his ganks led to a really late Blink Dagger, and he's still trying to get it.
Yapzor still with a stolen Animage Blink. Able to make his way in and out of these fights, and I expect him to try and jump back in again here. MP meanwhile, ooh, Shadowblade has got the positioning for it too. He's going to be able to lock down 2 with the Chronosphere. The follow-up, Midwan is there, able to get G with a quick kill. Follow-up, Silence going to end up going down. Siona Slayer tried to do what he could there, but he's actually given away Epicenter to Yapzor. He actually blinks over, managed to catch the extra kill. He's got the awareness to make sure he's caught Afterlife. Throws down that Epicenter for a little bit extra slow and damage. 4 down from VEGA SQAADRON. And it looks like, Ben, it's going to be a quick end to game number 3 the way this is rolling.
Yapzor's Rubik's just legendary at this point. Like,
Yeah.
he is just incredibly good on this hero, no matter the lineup that he's against.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And it just seems like they have very little fight. Monkey King couldn't get his ult off in time.
What about our Animage at bottom? How much structure damage is he doing?
He almost has a T3.
Well, that's something.
They don't have Aegis anymore on mid one, but I still don't think they have enough damage, and Slayer good.
The Slayer just kind of diving in there, but no counter vision, so Sandstorm is a successful hide.
Ooh, I like this build from Bounty Hunter too. He went for the Buckler into the Crimson Guard, so a lot of damage block against Manta Illusions, against the Monkey King and the LC. They have a lot of physical damage on their side, so.
It's a classic puppy, right? Going all the way back to his Doom Buckler. He likes that. Yeah, a little bit of AoE physical. Certainly going to help against this Monkey King, that's for sure.
Yep, he's certainly a team player. I really like his like Enigma build too. I think he goes for like Pipe plus Crimson a lot of the time.
Pull back there, and whoof! Midwan takes care of business. Silence out for 20 seconds. Gonna take the range Rex. Maybe catches Monkey King, unable to leap away to the trees. Again, Yapzor is there to stop him. G's forced to try and throw out the ultimate, but Secret are way too far ahead at this point in the game. Make mincemeat out of Monkey.
That does not sound very tasty or delectable.
Just
but I never tried
open mind.
I never tried
open mind, Ben.
Bottom barracks are under attack.
Their lanes were a little weak. Like, they still lost heroes on top despite having the AM versus DS matchup. I suppose they could have just had the AM up there perhaps alone, but bottom lane they didn't really get good kills onto the Void. Mid lane I think went pretty well for them.
Yeah, dude, it was just, I mean, they just lost so much tempo when they failed the rotations down to bottom lane.
Gotta get those bounty roots, right? Am I right?
All right, here's the Manta. They can finally do something aggressive here. Take down Kezu.
Magic thyself out of that.
LC has a medallion, so they're starting to itemize a little bit more for this TA who is balling out of control. And then once they have the halberd on Monkey King, perhaps they can stem the bleeding and stop this damage up with the T has been just constantly dishing out. This game
straight for the butterfly. You see that on the Templar Assassin?
It's all physical damage you really have to worry about. Yeah. Sand King. Oh, Sand King finally has Blink. Wow. It's pretty fast considering what just happened to him. Sequence of events. The dieback into, oh my god, what have I done?
And we went from Manta to now having a Basher as well for the Animage, so he may even be able to deal with the Templar Assassin if he gets a little lucky. Burn through the Refraction with a lucky first hit bash and his illusions. Really need that halberd though for G.
Yeah.
Especially since you had the BKB on the Templar Assassin. But all that only works if they actually get the initiation, and it seems like Team Secret are going to be the ones doing this. G.
Once
pumping out that ultimate.
See his Sange though, I wouldn't be surprised if TA swapped towards the MKB. But it may not even get to that point.
Yeah, he's got double damage on mid one. I almost say give this up. If you're Vega, I don't think you can fight.
I think you just hop around on your pogo stick.
Boing, boing, boing. Let Animage do his thing as he forces heroes back. This is where VEGA SQAADRON is going to push outside of the base, see if they can catch a hero. They do get the Bounty Hunter for the dual damage. Winner, winner.
He almost didn't die in the duel. That was without him popping his Crimson.
Aloha Dance is maybe in trouble? No, he's good. He's okay.
The double blink.
This is what they got to do, right? VEGA SQAADRON, I like the fact that they played patient enough to just give up on melee racks, which seems like madness. But, you know, they didn't have an opportunity until the rotations were forced down to bottom lane. No sense in taking a fight against double damage TA until you know you have the numbers advantage at top.
Yeah, unless you're like positive you can lock her down for that period of time. But the only way they do that, I think, is if Shadow Shaman gets BKB, and even then it's not reliable.
Animage is only 1,000 gold behind the Templar Assassin.
I think it's still a very poor one-on-one matchup, though.
Yeah, for sure. Templar Assassin is definitely the superior at this point in the game.
Butterfly almost complete on mid one. Yeah, so they need the Monkey King to survive the fight. So I think they just like need to throw everything on him, control the TA as best as possible, weather the Chronosphere, and hope that he can lifesteal back through Jingu. I think that's the way they win the fight. But if Secret throw all their eggs in a G basket and he dies in that initial burst, I don't think they'll have enough damage. Anti-Mage will be easily controlled up.
Top tower
What's the glorious team fight look like for VEGA SQAADRON? The one where they're able to 5-man wipe Team Secret.
MP catches mid one inside of Chronosphere, where Monkey King is outside and beats on him constantly, and the Shaman Lords are outside, and the Anti-Mage Illusions are outside.
I like the drama that you brought to that. It really came to life in my head, Ben. Thank you.
And Chugga Chugga's going on too.
Chugga 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 Chugga. You know, it might be Chugga Chugga.
I hope you visualize it.
They try and hit on the Shrine, but they do have a wraparound here from VEGA SQAADRON. They're going to drop the wards here. Mid one, hexed up. They do manage to get the Monkey King ultimate hit out here with the Chronosphere. They're going to try and focus down the Monkey King. Mid one's here with a BKB to be able to get that damage out. He gets out the Boundless Strike, goes to the trees, unable to escape the clutches of mid one. They do manage to get the duel, and it's one for Afterlife. They manage to kill the Faceless Void. It's still going to be a lost team fight, it looks like, because Afterlife's going to be run down by the burn of the Ion Shell. Almost had the blink up. Not quite in time. Still, though, VEGA SQAADRON, it wasn't a huge loss. They got a kill on a core. They traded 2 heroes for it, yes, but it was still an aggressive team fight where Secret aren't immediately going to be able to capitalize. They still have to go through that whole entire bottom tier 1 of towers. The tier 1 and tier 2 is up.
You see this problem for Monkey King where he has to preemptively Chugga Chugga at the start of the fight before he actually knows where the fight's about to start. So they could just back off. It's kind of like fighting against the Shadow Shaman where it's just like, okay, I see it. Okay, I'm just going to walk away because you can't do anything about it. You can't move it. And Secret will take pretty big objective after that. But you can see Vega, you can kind of see how they can win the team fight. Duel up the Faceless Void, kill him before he gets the ulti off, and then just kite the TA. Ideally, she would have used her BKB a lot earlier so that they can maybe disarm her or stun her later on. But that was just a wisp.
But this Aegis on the Templar Assassin, the way I see it, Vega have to get the initiation on the Faceless Void. They cannot let a Chronosphere go out this time. Because Templar Assassin has actually had 0 problem with the Chronosphere so far. Not even having a Hurricane Pike, he's just been good on his regular old range.
He's been pretty good on positioning the Chronos too.
Yeah, yeah.
He is generally outside. A couple Vega heroes are on the inside.
Solar Crest will help a lot in both the duel, but probably a little bit more on protecting the Monkey King.
Hello, Smoke.
Biggity bit. Secret, though, take the tier 1, tier 2, and open up the final lane push
to
claim Vegas and end this game number 3. They're sitting up 19K. Vega Squadron are actually going to preemptively throw out the Monkey King ultimate.
I think he might have been trying to cancel it, like he was doing at the top rack. Didn't cancel it.
Spam, and they're still going to get the pick off. Afterlife gets caught. Burrow Strike on 2 from Sioma is going to do absolutely nothing. Secret are actually going to be able to run him down. They get the Chronosphere onto 2. They caught Aloha Dance, and that's dangerous. This animate's already going to be at half HP before he's even able to get out a single swing. Bounces over to the Shrine, though. Starts healing up and starts focusing on mid 1, but he pops a BKB and just rips through the rest of the Vega Squadron team. Even G, with the Jingle Mastery, doesn't stand a chance against the physical damage that is presented from a free farming Templar Assassin. Turn towards the objectives. A buyback from the Sand King is the only buyback that's going to come out. They need a goddamn miracle on Vega Squadron to stop this game from ending right here. They're going to get the telekinesis pullback. Brought in, they managed to get the epicenter onto 2. Here comes the Animage, but he does get vacuumed out and unable to get off the big Mana Void to finish off MP. Jump forward, Yapzor, and Puppy is actually the one to get the last hit on Aloha Dance, and that's it. Vega Squadron, they're going to call it. That is their last game of the season. They're out of Dream League, and nothing left.
The miracle that they needed was to go back in time and unban the Viper. to ban Viper twice, easy games.
That's true. G put on one hell of a performance in game number 1.
First phase ban worthy.
First phase ban Viper. Team Secret looked pretty good though in game number 2 and 3. Seemed like they kind of got their groove back. Especially this game 3, what a dominant performance by them after what was kind of a question mark about the laning phase. It seemed like it was all being won by Vega Squadron.
They prioritized the mid lane a lot more. Like he had, what, Sniper in the first game, got destroyed, and then they helped him out a lot more. They got the early kill with the Shaker, and then this time I think the Rubik was just sitting there and stacking for him. So they prioritized mid one a lot more. Just like, okay, MP, you just do whatever you want. We don't really care about you. We know mid one's going to carry us if given the space. So.
Yeah, it really felt like Vega Squadron, they could have done a whole lot to address what is always the fallback option for Templar Assassins. The laning phase goes bad, you've always got Ancients to work off of, and he just farmed and farmed and farmed them until he just became too big.
Thanks to the crowd for staying this late.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Real Dota fans right there.
Real Dota fans. Ben Wu.
Applaud. Applause.
Applaud for yourself. Ben, how far do you see Team Secret actually making it through this tournament? Do you think they're back enough to take on Planet Odd and maybe Team Liquid in the end?
I think Liquid would destroy them in this current shape. But I don't know other people who would want to talk about it.
Maybe our panel will have some ideas. How far can Team Secret go? They made it through day number 1. They're going forward to day number 2. Give it to our panel now.
Thank you so much, Captain Ben. An absolute pleasure to have you on our final cast, but I'm going to start welcoming in our panel right now. It's becoming super late, gentlemen, so let's wrap this one up. Secret finally do it. They managed to survive and live on. Unfortunately for Vega, though, they will be taking their exit out of Dream League. A hard-fought effort by them, but gentlemen, make of game 3. Make of the series.
Oh, Jesus. I liked it. It was a nice series. I didn't know I was getting hit. No, both two good teams fighting it out, trying to survive as best they can. Great picks. I like the kind of snowbally nature of the last one, though. Secret really came into their own. They powered through. They've been fighting all day along with Vega, and the TA was a pleasure to watch. Sometimes it's just nice to watch one guy one-shot a Shadow Shaman.
Or that bottom thing, that bottom engagement that happened where they get like the triple stun from Yapzor, they get like the big turnaround that like kind of like propelled them to just having a very good game. Yapzor sitting mid, enabled mid one to farm like crazy. Ben mentioned it. That was the adjustment that Secret seemed to make in the second and third game. They just relied a lot more on mid one, and yeah, made it work. They had a lot of different ways to get a lot of vision on the map too. Puppy sniping the courier once, a lot of traps on the map, and just the overall scouting. They're able to set up the map and use the Chronosphere and use their initiation better. Sanking, I think, got a Blink Dagger 20-something minutes in, so Vega didn't really have that kind of like playmaker out of their side in the same aspect as Secret did.
Now, we actually do have our updated bracket we'll be checking out right now, but while we do show it, OD, do you agree with like what Ben was saying at the back end of their own panel right there, based on what we saw from Secret? Is this a Secret who's going to be able to make their way all the way through into a matchup against Team Liquid once again, or do you think they might find some trouble even breaking past Planet Odd?
I think, yeah, I've got to agree with Ben. I think we did obviously see at the end of today the Secret that we maybe sort of expected to see at the start of it all, but the fact that they did have that rocky beginnings, it kind of begs the question, can they actually keep consistent tomorrow? And Planet Odd and Liquid, both two teams that have turned up today, Planet Odd themselves, you know, their opening series against Secret, they look pretty amazing. These guys, they came in, they were kind of switching around the roles with the 4 and 5 being swatched around, Misery and Saxa, trying different things, and it looked great. And Liquid, of course, as we've seen over the course of today, looking to be that absolute top-tier team that we expect. So I agree with Ben. Secret, they've got to look at back today. They're obviously not going to have much of a chance to because it is very late in the moment. But they've certainly got things to look at, to fix up upon, come back tomorrow. They're certainly going to give it their all. I think the games are going to be very close.
Yeah.
But I'd agree with Ben. I think Secret are definitely the team that have got to step it up a little bit for tomorrow.
And we'll have to see tomorrow if they do so. Props again to Vega. They had a hard-fought run, but they will be taking their leave. We started with 4. We're down to just 3 as we go into action tomorrow. We are going to be starting just a little bit later tomorrow, about 12:45 our local time. Pre-show will begin at about 12:15.
Oh.
Looking forward to that little bit of extra sleep. It has been a ridiculously long day here, so we will send our props and love to the fans who managed to stay very late into the night. For all of us here in production that worked so hard, we'll be back tomorrow for the final day of Dream League Season 7. See you then.
Thank you.
Goodbye, thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Let's stay up all night.
What if there was a DreamHack PC? What if we told you there is? This is the DreamHack PC, built with the best components on the market, optimized for a flawless esports experience. Just add games.
same way you say that you do. You got to show me love. I know I ain't right, I'm a dog. And all the other things that you heard on the blog. I know I got many flaws. The sport little kid that ain't have many chores. I grew up like Bam, and the party going ham. I threw up like Bam. Everybody gather round for the jam. We on the come up, and here's the master plan. The plan is to disturb the planet. Please do not misserve or panic. I'm flying from NY to London as hours across the Atlantic. I fly like a 747, and that means I'm always in transit. Prepare for takeoff, you know them stay hot like